What's going on? Welcome back to Father the Six. I am the General. All plus more. That's the title of today's talk. I was talking to my son, and somehow we came on the question of, my son was like, I want to get committed, Dad. Committed meaning like, in the football field where you choose a school or the school chooses you, and this is the school that you are promising to go to, a commitment. Go to and play football for commitment. So that I want to be committed. I want to be committed. So long story short, I'm like, okay, what does it take for the recruiters to see you? Like, see you. What will it take for them to say to the head coach or the coach in the high school or whoever the coach is, like, yo, let me go, I want to talk to that guy. Who's that guy right there? What will it take? So he's like, I don't know. Right? I'm like, that's what it takes to be committed, right? It takes that recruiter seeing you on that field and wanting to talk to you. What would make a recruiter want to talk to you? Right? So he's like, leadership. Seeing me lead the fellas out there. Yes. Okay. And I was like, you know what? It's got to be something that you know it when you see it. It gets you emotional. When I say emotional, I mean like, man, I gotta, like, something in you lights up whenever you encounter this energy. What's that energy? I'm like, that all plus more. You need that all plus more energy, boy. Not saying you don't got it, but that's what's gonna pull the recruiter to come talk to you. Right? When I explain to him what all plus more is, like giving all you got and then digging deeper to pull out more. When you feel like you got nothing else, right? Pull out some more. Heard David Goggins say it. He was in the Navy SEALs. And I don't even know if it was David Goggins that said it, but I'm going to give him the credit because, he give me that, like, all plus more spirit, you know what I mean? But they were saying how in the SEALs, at least in this platoon or during this training, they tell you, give it all you got. And when you feel like you got nothing else, you got at least 7 times more inside you. Pull out that 7 times more inside you. And I thought about that. I'm paraphrasing what I heard. Probably not saying it correctly. But, all the times when I felt like I'm giving it all I got and I'm tired, or, I've always had more in me. Like, I've never felt like I got nothing else left, though. I've never felt that like that before. Like I got nothing else left for certain things, right? Things that I really commit to. You see what I'm saying? Like things I'm not committed to. Like, I'm tired of that. Whatever. That's the things I'm not committed to. Excuse me if I said committed to, right? But when you really committed to something, like you giving it all you got plus more, son. So when you in that field, and I'm not just talking about during games, I'm talking about during a practice. So you giving it all you got during practice. All you got, everything you got for practice. And then when that coach say, give me 10 more. Do you dig deep to give the 10 more? And I'm not saying that, every time they say 10 more, 20 more, 5 more, 2 more, 1 more, whatever more, you always you got it to give. But I'm talking about the will. Even though I can't give you 10 more, shoot, I'm pushing myself until I can't even push no more. Like I gotta be dragged off type vibe. You know what I mean? Dragged off type vibe. Like I gotta be dragged off the field because I ain't got nothing else. Do you give that energy when you out there on the field, son? You play how you practice. He's like, yeah, I didn't realize that. Coaches say that all the time. But now I know what it really means to give all you got, plus more. Like we had this conversation, you know. I'm like, yo, that's a great model for this year. All plus more. Like we put that on a shirt, boy. Get that to your whole team. You know what I mean? That's our model for this season. All plus more. We giving all we got plus more. Imagine if you got that vibe in the locker room. Imagine if you got that vibe on the practice field. Imagine if you got that vibe during the game. I'm giving it all I got and more. Right? You ever come up against a team you already know they're about to give it all they got and more? You ever came up against a person or knew somebody who they just give it all they got with certain things, maybe everything? Remember a time when you gave it all you got and more. And what was it for? Right? It could have been, shoot, in the gym. You know what I mean? Getting it. You know what I mean? Being recruit training. DIs slaying you. You're a single parent, working 2 jobs, taking care of the kids. Single mom, single dad. College student. Man, you just trying to make it. Shoot, I ain't got no kids. I ain't college. Shoot, I ain't got no damn job, boy. I'm holding on to the one I got. I'm giving it all I got and more. Shoot. Well, maybe you're not. Right? But this is what I ask myself at the same time I'm asking my son this too. Like I'm thinking simultaneously, have I ever gave all I got plus more to something? Yeah, you have, bro. Yeah. Yeah, family. Right? What else? To myself. Like I really gave all I got to myself plus more. Like to me. To be the me I want to be. The developed me. The me that I want to see. The me that I've seen in the future. Right? To my family. And, all plus more don't mean perfection. It don't mean you was perfect at it, because at practice, nobody's perfect. But you keep going. It's the repetition, right? Even in the real games, no one's perfect, right? So giving all you got plus more ain't perfection, right? It's will. Like, do you got the will to keep pushing, keep trying, keep learning, keep getting up, right? And then when you get tired of getting the same results or similar results, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna keep going because I know I'm gonna get it. That's the plus more. You know what? I'm gonna keep going because I know it's gonna pay off. You know what? I'm gonna keep doing this because I know why I'm doing it. I got my why, Eric Thomas. Shout out to E.T. All plus more. Also ask myself simultaneously, like, what are you currently giving your all plus more? Who you giving it to? Is what you giving it to or who you giving it to worth it? Like, is this worth all you got plus more? Is this person worth all you got plus more? Are you worth all you got plus more? And that's always yes. Come on. Who you giving it to? You giving it to yourself or you giving it to someone else? Why not? I am all plus more. That could be the model for this year. Matter of fact, it's the model. I am all plus more. I am all plus more. All plus more. I am. The series is starting January 2024. All plus more. Finding that extra inside you that you didn't know was there, but you pulled it out. You ever needed some money and you just looking, like found it, just the exact amount you needed, like, whew, that's what I'm talking about. Could have been working some overtime. It could have been studying, right? It could just be a relationship. Come on now. Like, I'm giving this relationship all I got, plus more. When I say relationship, it could be any type of relationship. It could be romantic relationships. You're on the rocks. You ever been on the rocks, boy? On the water? That's a slippery, hurtful. You could die on the rocks by the water on the beach, boy. In the ocean. It's dangerous. So you ever been on the rocks in a relationship? Come on. And the only way to overcome is to give it all you got, plus more. You ever been on the rocks of failing the class? You know what I mean? Give it all I got, plus more. Could be a personal relationship with your family, right? Parent to child, sibling to sibling. You know, I give it all I got, plus more for this child. In a good way, in the sense of like, I'm not gonna give up. I don't give a damn what it take. It could be another feeling like, man, you know what? We gonna get through this. We got this news, and it wasn't good. But I know one thing. We ain't going out like this. Shoot. It could be any area of your life, man. All you got plus more. What's really worth all you got plus more? Giving it your all. What's worth that? You know, me and my homeboy was talking about this. I was talking to this with another gentleman also. By any means necessary. All plus more means by any means necessary. No boundaries. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. It's the will. Like, do you got the will of 110%? Right? That 107. That 100 plus. Do you got the will of 100 plus? That means over the 100%. Are you willing to go beyond? All plus more. And all plus more can be, you know, magnified or widened to meet whatever area of your life. Because there's so much areas in our life that maybe we're not giving it our all. And why do we have areas in our life that we're not giving it our all? Should you, and that's another conversation. Like, should I only focus on the things I'm going to give my all? Boundaries, right? Should I only focus or only commit to? Because we talked about commitment, right? Commit to the things that I'm going to only give my all. Right? Like, I'm not going to commit to something that I'm not going to give my all? Can I commit to that? That's deep right there. I'm only going to commit to things that I intend. I have the will to do, to give all, plus more. Like this is the requirement I'm signing up for. And the requirement is giving it all I got plus more. This is what I'm signing up for. Can I only commit to those? And then to everything else? Nah, not right now. Nah, not right now. Nah. Imagine if you had a review board of a panel that went through all your decision-making processes, and you only said yes to the things that you was going to commit to. Yes to the things that you was going to give your all to. Like you already intended. Do you because we all kind of, I know I have, slid into the yes position, and I'm like, dang, I don't really want to do this, or I ain't going to really do all this. I don't even know why I said yes. We've all been there. So I asked myself, like, bro, like, when you going to stop? I'm not saying currently. Maybe it's currently for you. You know what I mean? But when you going to stop committing to things that you ain't going to give your all to? Right? What type of energy is that? That fraud energy right there. Are you fraudulent with yourself? When you tell yourself you're going to do something, you ain't doing it. Are you fraudulent to yourself? You're a fraud to yourself. Stop being a fraud to yourself. Right? And be honest and truthful with yourself. Right? Practice that. All plus more. All plus more. And that's about making the right change. I'm gonna make the right change for myself. What's the right change? You remember back in the day where you had that pride in knowing the change when you bought something? Right? Something came up to $19.77. You give them a $20 bill, and you're like, dang, I'm gonna get 23 cents back right there, boy. And it pop up 23 cents or whatever the change is. Right? But since calculators are so much more accessible, right? Not everybody is quick with it. Back in the day, you'd be prideful with the numbers. Like I'm a numbers dude. I know the numbers. I know how to count money. You know what I mean? Shoot. Quick with the numbers. It was prideful, right? To know your correct change and to know the numbers. Where am I going with this? Making the right change. Do you have the pride in yourself into knowing that you're making the right change for yourself? Right? Like when you make these decisions to go left, go right, cut this person off, not cut that person off. Focus on this issue, focus on this person, or whatever the topic it is. Do you got pride in yourself? Like, you know what? That was the right decision. That's right. I'm happy that I made the right decision. You take pride in that, right? And if you didn't, like, do you think about now, like, okay, let me take pride in my decision-making process. And taking pride in my decision-making process means that, you know what? I'm going to do my best to make the best decisions from now on. How I'm going to make the best decisions. I'm really going to think these things through. Like, I'm going to really think it through. What's thinking it through? It means playing all the possible scenarios. The likely scenarios. What could happen? What's likely to happen? And really putting your all plus more into making better decisions, developing, maturing, like really putting your all into maturing. So all plus more, putting into yourself for development, for maturity, for growth. Right? All plus more in my growth. Am I really giving it my all plus more in my growth? In my finances, in my relationships, with my kids, for myself. With my parents. Like I'm only messing with things I'm giving it my all. Like the only things that's in my life is the things that I'm giving my all. Plus more. My all plus more. All plus more, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Comment below. What should you comment? Comment all plus more. Comment below like what you gonna do? What are you willing to give your all plus more? What you gonna give your all plus more this year? Starting right now. I ain't into New Year's resolutions because New Year resolution, resolve, commitment. But I don't really feel like I have to have a New Year's commitment, a New Year's resolution. I have resolutions as they come, resolve things as they come, commit to things as they come. All right. But, to each his own. I'm not saying it's wrong or it's right. It's just what I do. But for those of you who have New Year's resolutions, or this could just be a new resolution, right? To only commit to the things that I'm going to give it my all, plus more to. Let me know what those things are, or what that thing is. Or maybe you're just not there. I ain't ready for that. It's a lot. And I'm not ready. I'm not sure that I'm going to give my commitment to that. Cool. You're already doing it. Comment below. Hit that like button and subscribe. Love if you share this to the right person who you think that this resonates to. Right? It ain't for everybody. But I do appreciate who it is for. It's for me. I had to say this to myself. I'm just sharing this. All right, Father, the 6. I am the general. Get you on the flip.